The following program was paid for by Southern American Media. Fox 30 WGBC invites you to the talk of all the towns in East Mississippi and West Alabama. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Candace.
Yes.
Thursday.
It is. Almost Friday.
70% chance of rain this afternoon. Most likely we'll get you about 3 o'clock this afternoon. So be prepared if you got to do something. But sunshine in between now and then. But, whoo.
Yeah.
So.
I thought yesterday, I was telling you, a minute ago, I thought it was going to pour down rain at our house yesterday because the clouds got dark. It started thundering,
Yeah.
I thought for sure we'd get some rain, but we didn't.
Kind of worked out for you there.
Yeah.
It would all be to the west of us. The worst rain yesterday afternoon over just west of Newton. Scott County got a lot yesterday afternoon. We'll watch it carefully. And as always, go live should it turn bad. So y'all make sure to join us. Either way, we'll be here to tell you all about it. I got a call a while ago, West Lauderdale Elementary. They asked that you refrain from play that funky music, White Boy So Loud in the line, dropping your kids off. You're disturbing the folks.
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were saying they were complaining about somebody. I'll try to do better. I'm sorry.
Once I was a boogie singer. I don't remember the rest of the words to play that funky music, White Boy, but that was it's just one of those that's just fun to sing along with.
I know. Well, I will say this, like when you're in a line like that and you do your phone calls over the speaker, everybody can hear it.
Oh, can they?
So, I forget that sometimes, and I'll be talking and, people will be, telling me something, and I'm like, oh, let me get this on speak.
Spreading gossip.
Yeah. No.
Hi, is everyone. We do hope your day is well. Concerning and I keep seeing this pop up more and more. New York is where we've got this right now. And it's just kind of weird how all of a sudden we keep getting all these different viruses spreading across the U.S. of A.
It is weird.
NBC News still reporting all this about polio, an outbreak. And as you look at this, the New York State Health Commission has confirmed that one case there, but they're also picking up the virus in sewage, which they say could detect a larger problem and outbreak is going to happen. And they're urging folks, if you live in the New York area and you don't have a polio shot, you should get one.
This just all is so coincidental to me. I mean, at the time when all this stuff's breaking out, and then they want you to take another shot, and take this shot, and take that one, and get this vaccine.
Am I right, Candace? And think back, your polio, isn't it good for a lifetime, or do you have to? I
thought it was good for a lifetime, but now.
I think there's a lot of people that are new to that don't take it like we did because it was a big thing before our generation, and we got that. That was a mandatory thing, I think, to go to school.
But I don't know why I thought it was drops or something that you took.
No, it has been drops, but they got shot now, I'm sure.
Okay.
So that's
so that is not one of the vaccines. Is it not one of the vaccines that children get now? That's pretty much routine.
Mine's 24 years old, so I don't remember.
I can't either. I mean, even though my youngest is 8, you would think I would remember.
Yeah.
It beats me 8.
Hey, we have to say, I want to say congratulate. These guys work hard, and each one of these departments do, but I wanted to recognize Decatur this morning. Decatur Volunteer Fire Department, they've been busy, and look at what they've got. Some new equipment there. The Jaws of Life. So that's going to come in handy when they need this.
It will.
So congrats to them. They went a lot of hard work to get that equipment. It's not cheap.
Right. Volunteer fire departments they are so important in our communities, and we do appreciate them very much.
I didn't notice a pup in the background anywhere. They need a Dalmatian to make it official over there in Decatur.
Sitting on top or in the front, yeah.
I bet them firehound dogs, when they want to go their separate ways, it's like chasing Fred up at Ole Miss from Smokey and the Bandit. Fred, come here. Let's see other things that are going on in our area this morning. Let's talk about. We did have some gunshots that were brought up last night. That did happen. No one was hurt, no injuries, but we thought we'd share with you where that is. As we go to the map, here we go. Let's go over toward 33rd Avenue and 20th Street. This will be west of 24th and northeast of Highland Park. This area right in here. If you live in this area, I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. Gunshots heard in there. Again, no one was hurt, no injuries reported with that, but still the same. It happened last night. Kind of spooky, isn't it? We hate to even have to tell you these things that happen in our little community, but it's good to know.
Yeah. I hate it for the people, like I've said numerous times, that are trying to live a peaceful life in these communities.
Yeah.
And all this stuff keeps going on. I hate that for them.
I don't know what somebody else was doing, but the Meridian Fire Department jumped to the occasion last night over near the Children's Museum. I think somebody was burning a barrel. I don't know what they were doing, cooking food, whatever, but they went and extinguished it as we go back there to 22nd Avenue. You know where the old round building is?
Yeah.
That was
used
the
to
bank?
Be a bank. Uh-huh.
Right behind it is where the Meridian Fire Department had to go to.
Okay.
Right up in, it'd be right along in there, right past Captain D's, right there.
Okay.
They put it out. It was probably one squirt with that big truck to put it out, but they got it taken care of. Don't know who it was, what they were doing, but that did happen there. We did have a report yesterday, and I don't report all of this, but it does happen a lot in our city. You ever had your car vandalized?
Yeah.
And that's a common thing.
You know, people they'll scratch your vehicle
Yeah.
and do different things to it.
Meanness. We had it happen yesterday in the 1600 block of Fifth Avenue. That'd be just off of Front Street back in here. Not good, not good at all. So that was one of the things. I'm telling you, the police department was busy yesterday with their rounds of where they go and what all they had to do. Let's see here, what else I had. I've always, and you tell me if I'm wrong on this, say there's an accident. You see it happen, and then all of a sudden everybody jumps out the car and takes off running. What do you think's going on?
Yeah, they probably have something to hide, I would imagine.
A male...
Get out of Dodge, isn't that what they call it?
Yeah, just booking
Get
it.
the heck out of Dodge.
They normally probably have it on their person. Isn't that the way it's termed? This happened yesterday as I think it was maybe a Nissan or something like that had a little crash there near Marion Park School. A male driver and a female, they both came out of running. Boogie there, boogie there. They ain't been caught yet. Now, of course, I'm sure the police department has a tag number, but...
That's what I was going to say. Can you get the tag number and trace it back to the residence in some kind of way?
But as always, when somebody runs, it's something worse that they would be charged with. That's why they flee the scene.
Right. Or they might already have a warrant.
Yeah.
Who knows, you know.
Could be a stolen car.
Could be.
You never know in these instances, and we'll follow up also with the Dalewood thing. There's been charges brought, some tickets cited, and I just hadn't had a chance to speak with Ward about all this. We'll get that information out today. I'll try to get that out. Now, we have a sad story to pass along this morning. The folks from Russell, Causeyville, and Why Not responded last night to a structure fire. When the volunteer fire departments arrived on the scene, it was easy to tell that it was a total loss at that point. Let's pull this up. The 1600 block here off Sand Flat Road. This is just outside of Meridian as we look at this. Here's Sand Flat Road, Pee Wee's Muffler. This is where it goes back into 2-lane right here. That's the 4-lane. It goes back into 2-lane. If you take a right there before Carmel Baptist Church and come down in this area right here, is where the fire happened. At first, we didn't know what was going on, and I don't have a lot of details, but we do know that one person was injured last night in that fire. This person would walk to a neighbor's home injured.
A good ways.
Yeah, they were taken to a hospital. All we can do at this point is send along prayers and hope that everything is better.
Definitely, yes.
We don't know what caused the fire. I'm sure that they're trying to determine this morning as to what caused that fire.
Yeah.
But by the time the fire department got there, it was gone. So we hope everything is okay. And as we get details on that, we'll pass that along. I joked about this, and I'm sure you did this as a kid too. Everybody that come to Meridian, you could go to the tunnel and blow the horn.
Oh, yeah, we'd lay on it. I'm all the way down through there.
I forget who it was this morning that brought up they used to go under there with their truck with the glass packs because it sounded good underneath the bridge. Yeah.
But it was a thing every time. I mean, and you know, the old mall was right down that way, and you travel that tunnel constantly. People went under, but every time you'd go, everybody'd be blowing the horn. It was just a thing, you know. Well,
we had a boo-boo there last night, and if you don't know the address of that is 26th Avenue and A Street. As we go back to our map to take a look at that this morning, and somebody hit the bridge last night. There was debris everywhere. It temporarily slowed traffic down a little bit. Nothing major, but still somebody struck the bridge.
Didn't tear up the tunnel stuff, but it tore up the vehicle, I guess.
And I suppose the cost of making that higher, because it is kind of low there for even big trucks to go under, kind of like Highway 80.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps bumping into those.
If you even think that your vehicle won't fit under something,
Yeah.
just go a different route. I guess the trucks, though, have no choice when they're going down the interstate. I mean, where are they going to go?
Well, that's a back road. Highway 80 is. That's a back route, Highway 80, where they keep striking that.
Oh, okay.
It's like when there's an accident on 20, and they'll take the old highway,
Okay.
and then they're not paying attention. They go under that train trestle and.
No, but is that's not where the roof was peeled back on the
Yes.
That's where it
Highway
was.
80.
Okay. Well, maybe and they might have a sign posted.
Oh, yeah. It says how
Okay.
many feet. What it is the truck
Okay.
driver's just not looking. My truck is 15.5. That says 14.4.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, there's videos all over. And if you've never watched them, and somewhere in Tennessee of a bridge that's almost every other day,
Oh, goodness.
like the Ryder rental trucks, people that go rent them, bam.
Yeah. I don't know if they could redo that to where it would be accessible for more people or.
Yeah. Sean says he's got to travel 80 today. Be careful out there no matter where you are. Lots more to talk about this morning as we begin this Thursday. Right now, 75. We're heating up to about 88. We'll look a little closer at the forecast here in just a moment so that you'll be up to date on what's going to be going on with it. That's all next. Scotty Ray and Candace. Spring is here, and it's time to quit spending all of your weekend cutting grass when you could step up to a Skag zero-turn mower. Freeman Tractor in Collinsville has the #1 rated zero-turn mower, Skag, with cutting widths from 36 inches to 72 inches. Skag, the #1 choice of professional landscapers because they know nothing outcuts or outlasts a Skag. 0% financing for 48 months with payments starting as low as $129 a month. Stop by Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 and see coleslaw or buttermilk.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace. We have to say good morning to Joy watching from Carthage this morning. Glad to see you there.
That's right. Good morning, Bill Reinhardt. He says he's on his way to Graceland. He's going to perform for Elvis Week today at 12:30. So good luck with that, Bill.
The 16th is the official day that it happened, if I remember right. Isn't that right? August the 16th that we lost Elvis?
I'm not sure. But I'm not sure.
Un-American.
I don't know.
Candace.
I'm sorry.
It's like the world. Everybody can tell you what was I doing at the moment that I heard Elvis passed away. But Candace going, well, I don't know what day it was.
I'm scolded daily on this show.
But Elvis, this is not talking about Michael Jackson or somebody else. This is Elvis.
Okay.
You know where you, like the John F. Kennedy thing. You know where you were when you got the news. I wasn't here yet on JFK.
Well, and what year did he pass away?
Who's that? Elvis? 77.
Okay. Well, I was 3, so.
Still, I remember.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know that.
I was over by the cemetery in Scuba on my little orange bicycle on my S&H green stamp when somebody stopped, rolled down the window and said, "Hey, did you hear about Elvis?" I was 8 years old. I still remember like it was yesterday. Yeah. It's like it was a legend that we lost that day.
Yes, it was.
Ain't nobody done it like it since. Hey, we got anybody need a puppy out there?
Oh, yeah, the sweet
We
little
got
puppies.
twins this morning that need adopting. If you haven't gone to visit these little fellas down there, this is Iris. She's a little girl there.
Look at her eyes.
She's got one blue eye.
That's neat looking. That's
Yeah.
different.
It is different. And then this is her brother, I'm going to say Ivy. And they are looking for homes for $20. You can take them home. They'll be the best buddy you ever met there. And again, I want to say thank you to everybody that saved the pup that had been there about 7 months last week that would have been put down. He
Yeah.
was saved at the last minute. We want to say thank y'all for that.
Yes,
But very
that's
affordable. $20, you can have a best friend.
I don't know what that's like, a mixed breed or what, but it's got a little hound in it. Looks like it kind of reminds me of those. What was that? Where the red fern grows.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Yeah.
A
little
hound
dogs.
mixed puppy is what they're calling it. They're 4 months old is how old they are.
Yeah.
An
That's
old
sweet.
yeller.
Y'all go adopt a puppy.
Yeah, that's right.
Sweet.
Did you cry when old Yeller died? This is a test.
I didn't. I mean, no, I didn't. But I'm sure it was a sad time. But
They even Confederate Railroad wrote a song about it. She never cried when Old Yeller died. She wasn't washed in the blood of the Lamb.
Well, I mean, I'm sure I did. If it was sad, I cried, okay? Because I'm just soft-hearted like that. When yeah. That's not something I watched. Like, I watched it a long time ago. I'm sure I did cry.
But, I mean, it's Old Yeller. I mean, it's that moment, almost like Elvis.
Yeah.
You remember? I'm so worried about y'all.
Look, I used to cry at the commercials that would come on that was sad. You remember, like, didn't they have, like, a telephone commercial where people
You don't cry
would be
about
calling?
telephone, not cry about Old Yeller. Old Yeller was a good dog. Woo!
I tell you what just pulls my heartstrings every time on, like, little videos and stuff is when the military guys come home and their kids, they surprise them and stuff. You know, the kids jumped. That makes me cry.
That does not make me cry. It's just I'm
When
glad Daddy's
something's wrong
home.
with you, Scotty Ray, something's wrong.
Old Yeller. Am I going to have to break out the song? She never cried when Old Yeller died. Ooh, I'm worried about Candace, y'all. We had a boo-boo on I-20 yesterday. If you were passing through our fair city, you had to wait a little while to get by. I went down and took pictures of the incident of what was going on there. I-20 here on top of the bridge, and I got several pictures to share with you on this as we get out to look what happened. But at the top of the bridge there, and it was hard to reach, that pickup truck there was hit. I'm sure it had something to do with the wet roads that squirreled. As we look at this, let's look at a few more of these pictures there. Meridian Police Department was there taking care of business. As we come across, this is the scene of an 18-wheeler that was involved in that. A couple of those. So it slowed traffic down there, I-20. As you can tell, the streets were slick.
Yeah.
And that's probably what caused all of that.
Scary, though.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was hurt with that, but it still slows you down there.
Oh, yeah.
Cindy says she remembers she was in Pasadena, Texas when Elvis passed away. Red bone, blue tick. That's what Scott describes those puppies were.
Okay.
And Barbara says they were cute puppies. I'll get you one.
What does it say?
What now?
Oh, love got me in, love got me.
Hey,
Okay.
look at the camera. Somebody told you yesterday. Look at the
I'm
people.
sorry, I can't. I'm not a multitasker. Okay, I'm trying, but
Well,
it's hard to read the comments. I hate to, just not address
You
people.
just put one eyeball over
I
there.
can't do it.
We also had some traffic slowing down on Highway 39 yesterday, right there in front of Muna. I stopped there also and took a few snapshots of what was going on yesterday afternoon. This was it. They were loading one of the vehicles. It was a two-car accident there.
Hope everybody was okay.
Yeah, got a little damage going on there. That's kind of scary.
Yeah.
But that they had one lane of traffic blocked for about 35, 40 minutes there.
That's some fast-paced traffic, though, during the day.
Yes.
Going down through there. Lunchtime, time people get off work.
Going for that plate lunch down the road. Y'all get out my way. I got 30 minutes. We also had a car fire yesterday in the parking lot of where Jack Hall Chiropractic used to be. As we pull this up, this is one of the cars here. If you'll notice here on the left-hand side of your screen, right there.
Right by the building.
Yeah.
Goodness.
The car caught on fire. As you can see, look at that. Meridian Fire Department showed up. Them boys are good at what they do.
Goodness.
They can be to the scene in no time flat.
I wonder what might have caused that, like a battery or something. Who knows?
Yeah, that's possible. I've even seen brakes. Your brake cylinder cause an issue and cause a fire.
Goodness.
I brought this up. I think I did this morning, but if you live out in Lake Ross Collins, and they're getting all this ready for Halloween is why they're really doing this, so it'll be all nice and no bumps. But they've had a bridge out there, or culvert. Let me reword it as a culvert. And this is what it looks like right now as they're working on that. Pretty big there.
Yeah, that is a big one.
But what is bad is when your house is right on the other side of that backhoe, and you got to drive all the way around to get out.
Yeah. I think pretty soon they're going to be redoing a bridge our way.
Ooh.
I'm going to kind of have the same situation.
Y'all will never see Candace because she will be late for
I'm going
now.
to try not to be. I don't go that way in the mornings, but, because I have to go that way to take my son to school. But anyway.
I got you. But it
will be inconvenient.
Things like that have to be done. But boy, when you've got that Bunton Gun Road, when it was shut down, everybody was kind of out of place.
That gravel is still really, if you travel that way, the gravel is still really thick on that bridge.
It is.
So be very careful.
Went through there and got my car dusty the other day.
Yeah, you got to go slow or you'll be sliding. So.
Debbie Jones said that when she remembers getting off the school bus as a kid, her mama was crying hysterically That would be when she had learned that Elvis had passed away. Y'all, for the newer generation that is watching me, as a kid, people felt such a connection to Elvis. He was just one of them. And it was one of those things, in the ladies, if y'all remember, if they could just touch Elvis, it was like everything was better. Just wanted to touch the boy. I've seen him where his clothes were ripped, where they wanted to do more than just lay hands. They wanted to take a piece of Elvis.
I'm sure they probably did. Yeah.
Never seen nothing like that. And Steve says he remembers the year Clayton Delaney died. That was good. I like that. Let's see some other things that are happening around the state of Mississippi right now. We're up to 8 cases of monkeypox. Pay attention. Wash hands. Be careful.
So I wonder where these cases are. Do we know that? Or I guess we could look it up.
You could look it up. I don't have it in...
or like you could look it up if you want to know exactly.
Let's go to Mississippi here and let's see what they show. Let me show you the scene here, what I'm seeing here. They're
the state.
Yeah.
Throughout the state, yeah.
And this gives you the entire list of, I would have to do, there's a breakdown, I'm sure, that gives you county by county. I just don't know where it is at the second. We got 10,392 cases nationwide. 8 here. Louisiana has 92. That's pretty high. Alabama up to 24. Georgia. Look down at Florida. Texas, I bet, it's less. It was trending at one point higher than Florida. Now Florida is taking off. We get up to New York, 2,100 cases.
You know how people will say stuff and gossip and stuff. This morning,
I love doing it. What
was
do you
it?
know?
Did you? This morning, I was listening about the monkeypox. Well, there was a business that somebody stated that there was monkeypox.
Yeah, this was Vicksburg, is where this, and it has destroyed the man's business.
Yeah.
He had a convenience store, and the word got out in Vicksburg that 2 of his employees had it. They did not.
Yeah.
No
That's an
one will
awful
buy
thing.
from him now.
That's horrible. Of course, I would say, why would people do that? Why? Because, sorry people do sorry things like that.
But we hope his business recovers. That's a tough one because
that's
how do you get
awful.
people to trust you? Half of everybody believe what they hear in a rumor. And
I saw the other day, too, I was listening about somebody said on like a bus or something that somebody had monkeypox. Well, they immediately evacuate the bus.
Yeah.
Take the bus and have it...
destroyed?
Well, no, they just like sanitized everything in the bus. And but I mean, people play about stuff like that. It's nothing to play with.
No. Y'all watch what you say about people's business. It's hurt that guy over there.
Right.
Hopefully his business will come back. Good morning to Sheila Speed watching us from the big city of Quitman, Mississippi. I always
Good
like
morning.
Quitman. Always nice there. Bridge still out on Lazilla Road in the Meridian area. We're getting word on that. Let's see some other things that are happening. I brought this up, and nothing is worse than losing your pup when somebody steals it.
Yeah.
12-year-old little dash hound over in Natchez, Mississippi. That's southwest of here. Went in the Dollar General to get something, come back, and his puppy dog was missing. He left the window rolled down to get air. Somebody reached in and walked off with it. They've got video footage of it.
That looks like our little dog.
Little fella there.
We have one named Macy. She's chocolate brown like that. She's fixed me 19 years old. We've had her for 19 years. Goodness.
That's a long time.
It is a long time.
Yeah. Is Barbara Sue watching? She's got one about this big around.
Does she?
Overeating just a little bit. Poor little fella there. Lulu.
goodness.
Love her to death. She loves to get her head scratched when I go visit there.
People are still talking about Elvis.
She doesn't know.
I didn't remember the date. I'm sorry, but I mean, I know you're not supposed to remember things from that long, when you're 3 years old, but I swear to you, I can remember when he passed away. I just didn't remember the date. But I can remember back then we didn't have to wear seatbelts. I want to say I would stand on the seat of the car.
You still do that.
Just driver. But I remember the talk about it when I was a kid, and people were so upset.
And to this day, there's never been anybody like that. That funeral, 22 Cadillacs lined the street. Of course, the mystery as it all goes. The hearse burned.
Really?
It's gone. Mysteriously caught on fire, burned to the ground on the side of the road. That would have been in a museum at some point.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where all of the parts of it went, but I'm sure somebody bought it up because it carried Elvis.
Right.
A big deal there. Let's see here. I brought this up. Man that was given parole, life in prison, gets out. Louisiana. He killed 2 people. Sentenced to life in prison without the chance of parole, is now being given parole. We brought that up and talked about that early this morning. Makes no sense.
No, it don't.
That's what's happening across the land of. And we also brought this thing up about the Field of Dreams movie, and where you've got to be from Iowa to even buy a ticket, but it's $3,000 to attend that little ball field there where they're going to be playing this year, the Cubs and the Reds.
That is crazy.
$3,000.
$3,000. But that is neat that they built that.
Oh, it is.
You know, last year was the first time they used it, and they said Kevin Costner walked out, you know, because he was in the movie about Field of Dreams. But I guess it'll be an annual thing then.
That's what it
every
sounded
year,
like.
yeah. And they were wearing the old uniforms, and so neat.
So it is a different thing, and America needs a little uniqueness right now.
It would be neat to be able to go there and see that. But $3,000, probably I will never see it.
How much does it cost for a week stay on the beach now? $8,000.
I wonder, is it free just to go by sometime if you're up that way and look
That
at
I don't
it?
know. We'll have to check into that. Let's see here. Good morning, folks. Got a lot of comments there. Elvis's home is in Tupelo. Yep, $10 tickets to get in. Hope y'all will go do that. If you've never visited Graceland, the illusion is going to get you. Every album cover and picture that you saw of Elvis, it looked just humongous right until you walk in. It's small. You go, wow.
Everybody's just saying where they were when they heard he passed away.
What does Odie want me to mail him? Oh, I know what Odie wants me. Odie's funny. Oh, I like Odie. I can't talk about that.
Oh, okay. It's discreet.
But it's funny, though. I have to give credit for that. Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll get that in.
You'll get that in the mail.
Yeah. People are wanting to know, and they're demanding, why was Trump's home raided?
I don't think we'll ever know.
They're going to hide as much as they can.
You know.
And then, somebody brought it up to me yesterday. They said, which one of the two sons should they block Trump from running? This is what this is all about. If he's proven guilty in something here, he would not be able to run for public office. We all know that's what this is after.
For public office or just
for president?
For president.
Which one of the sons?
I don't feel like he's going to run anyway. I might be wrong.
Oh, you're wrong.
I seriously,
wrong.
I know you say that, but when I got to thinking last night, I thought, wouldn't that be something if DeSantis ran for president and Trump went for Speaker of the House? Seriously. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, somebody write this down on a piece of paper. Candace is wrong.
I don't see, a lot of people have said, I think DeSantis, it would be a good ticket for him to run with Trump, But I can't see, and I think that would be great if he did that, if Trump ran for president and DeSantis went for vice president. I just can't see him leaving Florida for a vice presidential role where he doesn't have that much authority. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like a big...
Vice president's pretty big.
It is a big thing, but you don't... he's not running the show like president would be.
Okay.
He couldn't make the decisions.
Tell me what makes you think that Trump would not run?
Well, president, like Speaker of the House, as we see Nancy Pelosi, it's like she has the authority more than the president.
But she does not. The president has the
I understand that, but it doesn't, it seems like she has more of a voice than the president.
She just talks more.
So like if the Republicans get control of the House.
Well, you wouldn't even know who the Speaker of the House
and
is.
And then you put Donald Trump in as the Speaker.
If you have a Republican president, a Republican Speaker of the House, you wouldn't even know the Speaker of the House exists. The only reason her name is brought up is because it...
But can you imagine the things that could be accomplished if you did have him as Speaker of the House and the Republicans were in charge of the House? And then can you imagine some of the stuff that could...
Candace, I'm 100%
be turned around.
That is not enough power for this man. That is not where he wants to be.
He's getting older. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a surprise.
I'm right.
I'm just saying, I'm telling you.
I'm putting it at 8-11, Candace wrong.
And I would not be a bit surprised if Michelle Obama was not a running mate or a person that they would put in for running for president.
But I don't know about that. But I do know one person in this U.S. of A. that can't stand to be wrong, can't be outdone. His name is Donald J. Trump. And he is coming with a force. 69%.
He's mad now. He's mad.
Candace, 69% of Americans that vote on the Republican side want him as it. Do you think he's going to sit back and go, I'm going to stay on down here?
I don't know. know though. I mean, I think he's using his ability to get like he's backing all these people for all these different offices, and they're winning. They're winning hands down.
You know why he's doing that? You want me to explain that? To show that he is the man in charge that will be president. Candace. I'm pulling for her, y'all.
I mean, I hope he does. I think he was a great president. A lot of people don't agree with me with that, but I think that he did a lot for the country. But I just feel like, for some reason, it's going to be a little twist.
Her feeling's wrong, y'all.
I don't know.
Scotty Ray and Candace, good morning to you. We do hope you're having a wonderful day and everything's treating you well.
One of the most important places to you is your home. That's why Patrick Allen Companies is proud to provide style, functionality, and security to your home. There's nothing quite like a well-designed overhead garage door or vinyl replacement windows, or the safety of a storm shelter to help your family feel protected. Patrick Allen offers doors and windows for commercial and industrial with dozens of innovative designs. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
If you're looking for a deal, go to Facebook and type in East Mississippi Online Marketplace. Scroll through all of the pictures that are there and pick the item that you want to bid on. Bids end on Wednesday night and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. And the winning bid can pick up the product the next day. Again, it's easy to do. Go to Facebook, type in East Mississippi Online Marketplace, and find the items that you want to bid on and save a bunch of money. That's 2 different auctions, Wednesday and Sunday night. Both sales end at 8 p.m. Still waiting on your thoughts. Is Candace right or am I right? We'd love to see your comments there. You can visit us on Facebook at the Scotty Ray Report. Put your comment to where we can read there. Good morning from Philadelphia.
Yeah, good morning. I think the obvious is, he'll run. I think the obvious is that, but if you really think about it, I just think
I just did. He's running.
Okay.
But
he might be. I mean,
I just can't.
I've been thinking that.
I can't get in your way of thinking on that.
I'm just saying. I just think DeSantis would be a good. If Trump didn't, I think DeSantis would be a good one. I can't.
It ain't his time.
The more I think about how much DeSantis has done for Florida, and if he was to leave Florida, I don't know that he would go into a number 2 position.
I doubt that happens. Trump's not going to choose him, but it would be more power, and I could see him if he was offered it, maybe.
Yeah.
But
I think if DeSantis was to run for president, I know he would still feel like he could still, help the country.
Let me give you the numbers. 28% back him over 28%.
But don't you think if Trump wasn't running, it'd probably 100%?
If Trump is thrown out of this and charges brought against him, he can't run. I still don't see him back in DeSantis. I think he would pick one of his kids. I think because he is not, the Trump name has to be in charge. He is that set on that. And I think it would almost be, is it Don Jr.? I almost feel like it'd be Don Jr. that would step up and go, I'm continuing my daddy's legacy.
I just don't know, though. If you've watched, I think Don Jr. Is a good guy. I think he's a lot like his dad. But if you were to see, I think there's some stuff they could pull up. I don't know. I just don't know that would be a smart choice.
They pulled some stuff on Donald Trump, and he walked out and said, you know what? I done it. Didn't sound good. I apologize for it, but I did it.
Yeah.
Y'all vote for me anyway.
I don't know.
You got to face
I think one of his kids probably would be, but I think the daughter would be a good choice myself if they were going to pick a woman. But
I'll leave it at that, and I feel that I'm right. We'll see what happens. 8:33 as we take a look back in time of what happened on this day. We do this every day. It's fun to get involved or remember it. 1921, this was a big movie. He was a big writer. In 1921, Alex Haley was born. He would write Roots and many, many other books that are still revealed as great books, big movies. And I think Alex passed away, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody'd have to tell me, but I think he did. 1934, it would open, and a lot of folks wouldn't like it at all. There is rumored they even made a movie with Clint Eastwood that claimed that 2 people made it. Not sure if they did or not, but Alcatraz opened today to prisoners.
Goodness. There's Escape from Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Isn't that the name of the?
That was it. And it would have been, I forget how many miles that is off of the shore there to have made it. And they say the likelihood, not real strong.
Yeah. Unless they had somebody working with them or something.
Now, you could tour that at one time before the pandemic. And I don't want to be sitting in because they'll let you go in and experience and sit down.
Yeah,
that ain't my thing.
I don't need to be that close myself. I don't,
Anybody remember the song, I'm a common man, I drive a common van, my dog ain't got a pedigree? Well, the man that sang Rose-Colored Glasses celebrates a birthday today, and we're talking about John Conley. And this is it. This is the way country music used to be. You didn't have to be the pretty boy to have your music played. It was a thing called talent.
right.
Nowadays,
a lot of
if
it.
you don't have the pretty boy look, it doesn't matter if you can sing or not. They don't sign you. John Conley broke all that, and he was great. Not the pretty boy, but boy, he could do it.
Yes, this stuff nowadays, some of it's just noise, and I've said that a bunch.
Do you remember the song Old School? She wanted that dance at the high school reunion. He said, honey, you're going to have to go on now. I'm married now. Leave me alone. Don't be calling me. 1952, the biggest thing that ever happened to the Grand Ole Opry happened on this day. They thought it would destroy him. It made him bigger than life. Today, Hank Williams was fired from the Opry. Why? Well, Hank couldn't quite make it to the stage all the time. He'd stumble and not get up there. Back in the day, they made you once a week, if you became a member, perform on the Opry, cutting your chances of making money on the road. No matter where you were, you had to come back and perform. It's a little bit different now the way they do it, but back in the day.
Have you ever been there?
Yeah.
It's neat. I've gone to see the old, where they had the old one, and then I've seen
The
new,
Ryman.
right, the Ryman, and then the new one. And they've taken a piece of the floor, a circle of it, and put it in the new one. So everybody's standing where all the old.
We did several morning shows from the live from the Ryman back in the day, years and years ago.
It's neat.
1953, the first time I would see this guy would be on the A-Team. He was a special guest that helped Mr. T out there get rid of some bad guys or some folks that were selling drugs to kids. Hulk Hogan has a birthday today. We'd find out later that Hulk wasn't as nice as we thought he was. Rump rope. Little image tarnished there. It's all right. 1973, this was a movie that was big. Little Ronnie Howard. This would be one of his first movies that would be big. Anybody remember watching American Graffiti on this day? Back in 73, it was released. Of course, that car was the one that sit at the red light. When you think of American Graffiti, you think of that car there.
It's neat.
A lot of other people were in that. I don't know if that movie would be as big or not. We were on the Mississippi Gulf Coast the first time I heard the song sitting at a red light, and it was a Trans Am sitting next to us, and this was playing, and you could hear it rattling. Anybody
Who
remember?
you gonna call?
Yeah, 1984
Ghostbusters.
was number one.
I remember going to the movie theater and seeing that.
Big.
Yeah, I know. We thought it was the best thing. I mean, I had a Ghostbusters T-shirt. Most everybody had one. You know, seriously, it was funny. But,
I agree with that 100% there.
good show.
1984, this would be the joke, and it was a hot mic. And I don't know if you remember or even ever heard this, but Ronald Reagan would crack the mic. He was doing a test, and he goes, "My fellow Americans, I am pleased to tell you that today I have signed legislation that will outlaw Russia forever. We begin bombing in 5 minutes."
Oh, Lord, that would have been a bad.
And it went across. And, of course, everybody gave him a hard time for it, but it was hilarious. And he comes on later and says, "No, I was just joking. Y'all calm down." Reagan did have a sense of humor.
He was a very good actor, too.
Yeah.
In the day.
1989, this lady looks just like she did in 89, but she would have a song that would go number one today. And it would be called, "Why'd You Come In Here Looking That Way?" With your painted on smile and your something else. And I'm not going to sing it because it would sound weird coming from a guy.
Yeah, painted on jeans.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that. Not at all. But Dolly had a number one there. And that would be, if I'm not mistaken, from the movie Rhinestone.
Probably so, yeah.
So you can't help but think of Sylvester Stallone.
That was not a good movie. That was awful. That was one of those epic fail movies.
Yes, it was. We go back to 2008, and we again touch base on one of the biggest things that ever happened to music. It would be Hank Williams, to where today we would lose Don Helms. Of course, he was with Hank through it all, recorded on 100 of his songs. He would pass away. Also on Long Black Veil, he played on that. What a song. If you've never heard that, look that up somewhere today. This shocked America to no end.
It was shocking because anytime we saw this guy, he was always so upbeat and laughing and making everybody else laugh, you know.
What was the handshake? What was it?
I don't Nanu. Is that what they did? You know, on Mork. He was Mork. Mm-hmm.
Robin Williams would die today, and as we would learn later, we thought it was and it ended up being suicide.
Yeah. You never know, and we've said it many times, you never know what somebody's going through.
I know.
In their life. I mean, you know, he was making everybody else laugh.
And hurting inside. Apparently.
Right. And just going through this awful thing in his own life, you know, I can't imagine. Well, I can. I mean, being depressed and going through depression, but.
Janet Berg made a comment there that the nighttime Alcatraz tour is awesome. I bet that would be a different time to take that tour.
That would be scary to me. That would just be, I don't know. That would be leery.
So if you ever make it up that way, visit that. That's probably a huge tourist attraction there. Mm-hmm. That's some of the things going on there. Good morning. We hope you got a smile and you're facing a day of good times. As we talk about our friends over here at Godwin Cleaning Services, they're already at it. They've been going since daylight this morning. Why? They're cleaning things today, and you can get signed up for this by calling 601-253-8262. Whether it's an office building, a parking lot, your home, get that vinyl siding cleaned up and roofs. Brick. They do that as well. Nothing like that old mildew that gets on there. Y'all know.
Yes.
This is another view of a roof that we've seen a couple of times there where it just changes the color. Now, you can have shingle roofs, too.
Right.
They get mildewy as well.
Mm-hmm. Rust those marks from the water running down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get your windows clean, no matter what the case is, from your deck to your steps. They do that where you won't slip. And it looks a whole lot better, too.
It does.
It's Godwin Cleaning Services. They're right here in Meridian. They'll take care of you. 601-253-8262. See them today. Let Godwin clean up whatever it is that you've got. Mm-hmm. You'll be glad that you did.
The Square Peg Mini Mall, located across from the Neshoba County Co-op in Philadelphia, Mississippi, is a family-owned business that promises to treat you like family. The Square Peg Mini Mall has been operating for over 10 years and boasts over 30 vendors with a rotating inventory to fit that something you're looking for. Inventory is constantly updating, so there's always a chance for a surprise when you step inside. Come visit the Square Peg Mini Mall, located on 335 West Main Street in Philadelphia, Mississippi. Health Now is your locally owned medical equipment store. Every person's need is a little different, and they offer a little bit of everything from hospital beds, wheelchairs, reclining back wheelchairs, breathing treatments, CPAPs and supplies. They even have walkers, bath products, and oxygen. And the great thing about Health Now is they offer same-day service. They're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on call 24/7. Health Now Medical Equipment, where we treat our patients like family.
And welcome back. I got a note, and I wanted to address this. I got a text a minute ago, and somebody wanted to know, did I announce that I've been diagnosed with cancer? No, I do not have cancer. The only thing that I know of, my wife, who has had breast cancer, had another spot come up, and she had surgery this week. But we won't find out until tomorrow, but we're 99, and this is good news, 99% sure that it's not going to be.
Right.
So we're very thankful that God's blessed us in that. Her first round with it was horrible. It was stage 4. And whatever it is this time, it looks like it was just a knot of some sort.
Right.
And so we're praising over that. Now, I do want to say that, and maybe this was some confusion, I think one of our local radio announcers is sick right now, Ken Man, and we wish him a recovery. We hate for anyone to be sick. But no, I am not, and I appreciate all the thoughts there. But and it looks as though my wife is going to be fine as well.
Thank goodness.
She's tough to live with, too, y'all.
She's a tough cookie.
Whew.
She is.
Scares me. I try to stay hid. So does Dylan and everybody else.
She does a lot for a lot of people. We're thankful for her.
8:43 as we head toward the top of the hour there. Let's see what else is happening across America there. This is how America kind of folds. $33,000. If you send your kid here, this is Nashville, Tennessee. It's an all-girls school. $33,000 a year to send your child there. They're now deciding to let anyone come that decides that they may be female. Doesn't matter if you were born that way. If you get where I'm going with that. If you identified today. But if you got $33,000 and you think you're a gal, come on in.
Not a good decision.
I don't know how they'll work out the bathroom situation.
Why are people caving to this? I do not understand it. I don't know why they're caving into that.
Rent, New York City. Now, and this is average. I remember Meridian had gotten up at one time as people upped rent when the coal plant was being built around here. Anywhere, average used to be $450, $500,
Right.
and it jumped up to anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500 a month for anything.
Right.
And
Just because they thought they could get it.
they did.
And they did get it. Yeah, they did.
But the folks that work here can't really afford all that. I don't know what rental prices are now. But New York City, have you seen this? $5,113 on average a month. Rent.
That is insane.
Record high.
Insane.
It's not average, that's the record high. Let me correct myself on that.
I want to say my sister-in-law lives in around Atlanta area. I think she pays like $1,300 to $1,400, $1,500 maybe $100 a month for an apartment, and that's just rent. That's no utilities, which I mean that's expensive for an
Yes.
apartment. I mean some people pay that for a house note, and I could understand possibly a house note you own it.
Yeah.
But just renting something's crazy. But I've heard of like $800 to $900 to $1,000 rent is still pretty much in play around here.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's tough to make it on the way prices are on everything else nowadays. We go to Paris. This is horrible. American tourist was raped in a public toilet. No matter where you are in this world, be careful and cautious and let everybody know where you are at all times. Don't want anything
That's
to
why I
happen to
don't
you.
like to send my little one in the bathroom by himself. I mean, sometimes I have taken him in the women's with me.
He's 22 now.
Yeah.
He
He is not 22. Are
you sure?
He's 7. I'm not sending him in there by
Your
himself.
oldest son is 20. How old
No,
is he?
he's 19.
Yeah, she's still going.
No,
Come on.
I do not. He's going to kill you. I'm pretty sure he's probably not up watching, but
Okay, you stopped at 18. I get it. Did you see this in California to where there's always, when there's fights, and y'all know this, even locally, there's fights amongst folks when it comes to funeral, when somebody passes away. Family members can't get along.
yeah. How many times have you gone and just kind of held your breath like, oh, please don't let nobody say anything, do anything? Yeah.
We had one son not invited to the funeral. He thought, well, I'm going anyway. Drove his car right across the cemetery, knocked down headstones, bumped the coffin. So far, $20,000 worth of damage to the cemetery. It was a fight amongst fights up in the cemetery. I don't know what else to say about that. Y'all work out your issues at home before you take it to the graveyard.
That's right.
No one will ever forget that funeral from now on. Oh, let's look around and see some other things that have happened here. Inflation. Joe tried to tell us last week that, well, there was 0% inflation.
Yeah, he says 0 and repeats 0. None.
When it is, in fact, how much, Candace?
It's up 8.5% since a year ago, I guess.
I guess it's when you're in an argument with somebody and they just won't back down that they're wrong and they keep on to where after a while you start doubting yourself going, well, maybe I'm wrong. I think that's what at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue they teach.
Yeah.
If you tell it long enough, they will believe you.
Well, my take on it is I just feel like possibly that they're just giving him information and, just writing down what he needs to say,
Right.
and he's just saying it. I don't know that he has a clue as to what's really going on, but I might be wrong,
Back to the rent issue there, Les tells us his daughter pays $2,700 a month in rent in New York City. That's a chunk of change there.
He don't.
You got to really be making some good money up there to be able to afford all that. Before you move to another state, and y'all write this down, seriously, do the math on that. If they offer you $25,000 more than you're making in Mississippi, you better make sure it doesn't cost you $25,000 more to live there.
Right.
That could be a huge problem for you there after you arrive there.
Doug Thompson says happy birthday to Andy Barnhill. So hope
Yeah.
you're having a happy birthday.
Have you seen this new phone, the Galaxy, that is going to be coming out?
I have not.
Now, I'm toting
It's
the
like a
old
book.
traditional iPhone here with my deer on the front.
Yeah.
This phone folds. Let me show you a picture of this, y'all. This is the Samsung new phone that's coming out. What is the most? What is that iPhone? 1,000, 1,100 now?
Too much. I don't know. It's way up there.
You want me to scare you what that one's going to run you? $1,800.
I don't think I need a folding phone that bad. What y'all think?
It's the latest craze, but there's some folks that have to have that latest phone.
Well,
that is out.
if they have one, iPhone's gonna come out with one.
Yeah, something's coming.
Yeah.
Y'all be ready for a folding phone there. Let's see here. Do you remember the truck driver? This is outrage in America, as we have somebody that he was a Ukrainian truck driver that ran over 7 motorcycles. He crossed the line. He admitted that he did it. Killed every one of them. This was the scene last year. I'm not going to show you any of the pictures. Right. It was in New Hampshire where that happened. He was acquitted yesterday. He's acquitted. Scot-free.
He was high on several drugs, fentanyl, cocaine, heroin, and he did that while under the influence of those things and got away with it.
Found not guilty by jury.
What is wrong with people?
I don't.
What? I mean,
if you have somebody that goes into a courtroom and says, "Yes, I did that," and then the jury still goes, "No, you're not guilty because you said you didn't do it."
Well, you get a pass. It was only how many people lost? That's okay. I mean, really?
The motorcycle group are not happy about this.
I would not think so. I wouldn't think anybody should be happy about it. That's awful.
And this is seriously a problem nationwide right now. Is this is up on the rise with motorcyclists being killed in car wrecks?
Yeah. It's a scary thing. I mean, I would think to be the one riding the motorcycle, it would be you have to be constantly aware of what's going on the road, because a lot of times drivers are not paying attention. And even if you are paying attention, there's so many blind spots,
Right.
But for somebody to blatantly be under the influence of drugs and then just do that and then go, oh.
That's what's happening. Also, another big story that makes you go, oh my gosh. And I'll have to jar your memory on this. This was 2019, so this is going on 3 years now. A freshman college student from Texas fell overboard. There was a whole bunch of them on a boat. He hit the propeller and it killed him instantly.
Yeah.
We now learn, and this is why they're in trouble. The people on the boat pushed him. And then, it could have been a playful push, but they lied about it. Charges are going to be brought now because they lied. Austin Lake is where that happened on that boat back in 19.
I wonder if there was alcohol involved. I think it says they had been partying and drinking together.
It's a good chance of that. Now, again, it could have been an incident and then clearly taken care of when it happened. It's always best when those things go down to tell the truth of what you know to the cops. So if it was an accident that's happened, I am so sorry.
Right.
But now with a lie, it is not going to be good for these kids when they have to go to the courtroom now.
Well, even if somebody had been like drinking and under the influence and very drunk, I mean, all it would take is somebody just to...
Yep.
And, they tip over or something. Well, that was weird. The screen just kind of jerked. But, yeah, it wouldn't have took much. But still, you own up to it and let people know.
That's some of the headlines happening across America this morning. As we turn to the farm supply, you'll find them down by the railroad tracks. They've been there since 32, taking care of business with T-shirts, a whole lot of fishing gear. If you need a Zebco, drop in and visit with them. Closed or open face, they got those, along with any lure that you can think of, including grass as it kind of fades away. Maybe you're building a new house and need it. Patio furniture to sit out back and watch somebody else mow grass. Well, they got that too.
Oh. Sounds like you've done that before.
Yes,
right?
It's fun. Any plant that you might need to dress up your porch or line your driveway, they got that also there, along with T-shirts and, cool shirts and overalls and ball caps, working man stuff, along with comfortable work boots. They got a lot of those there. If you work hard, they got exactly what you need. From Georgia to Ariat, see them with pet supplies and a whole lot more there for your horse and cattle. They got that also. Corn. Drop in, guns, ammo, and a whole lot more, all at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. Visit with them today and, see our friends. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built-in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. Rockhouse Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rockhouse will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rockhouse Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian. Welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace. And as they do surveys across America, as we all know, going out to eat is a little bit more expensive than it used to be.
Right.
They're saying that Americans have discovered the two national chains to go through, and this is in local restaurants, but they are here, where you get more portions for your meal. And I've noticed it. You go through a drive-through and you get home and it's shrunk, everything in it.
Everything has, even like the fries. I mean,
but America is turning to IHOP and also Olive Garden because they have not interrupted the portions of what you get for your money, and that Americans feel like they're getting more for their money, so it's bringing in more customers.
yeah.
Folks ought to think about that.
Yeah, there's a couple of places that have that we've been to, and it's obvious that the price has gone up, but the portions have gone down. It's not a good thing. Not a good way to stay in business.
No, it's not. Let's see. They're still all upset there in New York about the immigrants showing up there that are being bussed in.
Oh, yeah. I heard him say this morning that he was going to, we're seriously thinking about getting some buses and filling them with people and sending them to Texas and knocking on doors because we need to get this man out of office.
Have they not paid attention to what's been going on to Texas?
Yeah. They said that there's been, I don't know how many millions have been into the state of Texas, but they get I want to say it was 1,000 a week into the state crossing the line. And they're complaining about a few hundred, being bussed in. But I think it's good they get a taste of their own medicine.
That's right. And maybe they'll do more of this. The more laws that they put on Texas to do this, the more should be sent there.
Right.
We think of somebody from Nashville this morning. I think we can squeeze this story in. An elderly lady was leaving a parking garage. She drove the pickup truck off the 4th floor of the parking garage. She's in critical condition at this point.
Oh, my goodness.
And it could have been one of those situations where the brake and the gas got confused. We don't know.
Yeah.
But she's in serious condition, and I won't show the pictures of it because it's pretty rough there.
Yeah.
But bless her heart. We hope she has a speedy recovery there and gets over that. Let's see here. In a laundromat, somebody tried to steal, this was in New York, tried to steal some Clorox. A 70-year-old attendant tried to stop them. They were hit with a hammer. Pretty serious condition. Trying to do the right thing.
Horrible. That's
Eric
horrible.
should concentrate on that in New York instead of trying to pick on Texas.
That's right.
All right. Well, we're coming to the end of our show once again, Candace.
Yes, we are. It's nearing the end.
All
for
over
sure.
but the crying.
That's right. Yeah, I hope today's a good day for everybody, and I hope everybody's blessed today. See you back in the morning, 8 a.m. Join us.
70% chance of showers late this afternoon. We'll see you then.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: